Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Saturday morning's Messages of Love from Above. I'm excited to see what Spirit brings through for us as always. And before we get started, I want to send love out to the world. And so if you'd like to join me, I'm more than welcome that, whether you're watching this on replay or live, because we all join together outside of space and time where all that beautiful, unconditional, endless, eternal love exists. And then we can just multiply that to the world and to each other. So I'm going to take a big deep breath and just come back to right here, right now. And just allow that love to flow down into our heart and fill us up and flow out to the world. And if you are in need of love right now for your heart, for your mind, for your body, for a loved one, for a situation, whatever it may be, we send love to you right now as well. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that and allowing me the space to do that. Love feeling all of your energy joined together. So, excuse me. Before we get into the readings, I do want to just share a couple of videos. The new weekly energy updates came out this morning. And it's what messages does the soul of Saint Valentine have for you, the higher self of Saint Valentine? What messages around love do they have for each of us? That's by each individual zodiac sign. And then my birthday is on next Sunday, not tomorrow, but the next Sunday. And my guardian angel wanted to give each zodiac sign a special little birthday card of sorts, a special card for each. So I loved that they wanted to do that. So I guess I should post the playlist. So if you check those out, they are there. And also last week's readings are still out there, which are good through tomorrow, dealing with the Leo full moon that we have coming tomorrow. So if you're feeling a lot of fiery energy, the Leo energy is impacting us already. So if you want to check that out, just check out last week's weekly energy updates. And also, I did post a new giveaway. Every 2 weeks, currently I'm giving away at least a 30-minute personal recorded reading. And if I get enough, like 30 or more comments, I'll add a 45-minute personal recorded reading on top of that. If I get 45 or more comments on the video, I will actually even bump and throw in a 1-hour personal recorded reading. So if you're interested in that, be sure to check out that video that tells you how to sign up for it. Uh, of course, we're in Aquarius season right now. And I did a pick a card for that. So for everyone for the Aquarius season, you can pick as many as you want out of the 4 readings, but there's a special bonus um, birthday reading for all you Aquarius sun babies. So be sure to check that out. And we also had a multiple choice pick a card reading that we put out with messages for the heart from spirit and your shadow. It's really a cool way they had it do it this time, where for messages from your spirit around love, you have a choice between reading 1, 2, and 3, or however many you want. And then from the message from your shadow about love, you choose A, B, and or C. So I really like that one. It was very interesting how they did that. It like mixes it up. So I do like that. And then lastly, I know it's like advertising hour, but it's they want to share these videos. The a happy February, of course, for everyone. So the monthlies for February also had come out. by each zodiac sign. So if you haven't checked those out, want to see how your month of February goes, there's messages there for each individual zodiac sign. So that is what they have for you. Let me go ahead and get my desktop all set up here, and we will get into the readings. Let me just pop out the chat here. And if you are new to my channel, how I handle the free readings is I do go down in order, first come, first serve, through the chat. There's no special list. The chat is the list. You just put your name, your question. If you don't want to put your business out there, then you, excuse me, can just ask for a general reading. Spirit knows what you want. And I just go down in order, trying to get through as many free readings as I can. If you make a donation, though, I do honor that energy exchange, and I step out of the free readings, complete those, and then step back in line where I left off and continue moving down there. How you make a donation, you can use the super chat down below at the bottom of the chat. It's like a little dollar bill with a little dollar sign in it. Or if you want to make payment or donation by Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal, if you check out the pinned comment or the description box of the video, excuse me, then it tells you, it has links to how you can do that. If you do make it on Cash App, just make sure to let me know, and I'll check my phone, because it seems like when you make it by Cash App, it takes forever for the email to come through. At least it has been the last few days. So I'll just refresh on my phone and then and then do the reading for you. So that's everything. Blah blah blah. Let's get started. So hopefully everyone's having a wonderful weekend already, a wonderful day, night, wherever you're at in the world. And I'm so glad you guys are here. Thanks for all the thumbs up you've given the video already. It does help spread the Zen love to the world. So it's greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you for being part of the love tsunami that we send out. All right. I am going to be using the Star Tarot, which is a new deck that I got myself for my birthday. Really, it's going to be like one of my top 5 decks. It's like so beautiful. Just that you'll see the imagery here in a sec. All right, so the first free reading that we're going to look at is for new love, and you want to know, what do you need to know about the rest of this month? Let's take a look and see what. I like that emoticon. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? All right. Well, I like this for you. Just starting off here, you got the 10 of Pentacles here, which is about February is going to feel like a month of abundance, like just feeling like parts of your life are just overflowing. And with the 7 of Wands, it almost feels like you're in the limelight, like you're just in this place, shining bright on a hill. Just realize that not everyone's going to like that because when people are not experiencing this, when they are feeling low, about themselves and feeling like their life is not unfolding. Sorry, it's not focusing there. Let me see if maybe I do it this way. But if their life doesn't feel like this, then and they feel you are up above, they of course feel low about themselves, which is not your fault. It's not, you don't have to defend your blessedness. You can enjoy it. I like how it says, the sun here does not ask permission to shine. The sun just shines, and people can't handle the heat, they get in the shade. And that's kind of the energy of it, is you don't have to defend yourself, defend your happiness, even when people are going, come back down here and be miserable with the rest of us. How dare you be happy? You don't have to defend it. You can enjoy it. But if you're out of compassion, you want to help lift them up sincerely, then you can do that, but it's not required, which I like. And you do have the 10 of Wands too. So you have the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Wands can sometimes feel like burden, but I feel like with that 10 of Pentacles, this is about harvest. You've put in the work, and here this month you're getting the rewards of the work there. And there is this little nudge for February for you to make sure you take time to step away, get away from all the noise, get away from all the activity. I feel like there's going to be so much that is flooding in great ways, that it's important for you to take a step back, take time for you, go into the high priestess temple and get away from all the noise, and just make sure to connect to the higher realms still. Take time to for gratitude for what's coming in, and for awareness and a reflection on all that too. You do have the Prince of Swords, which would be the Page of Swords in the Standard Tarot, and there is this new communication that's coming in, this new higher perspective of looking at things and releasing of some expectations to make room for new things, new ways of looking at things too. So I like that because I kind of feel like you have surprise reward, you have surprise harvest, and it just changes your beliefs about worthiness, your beliefs about things being able to come into your life, and there's nice surprises. So I really like this for you. A month of feeling overflowing in abundance. So I like it, new love. So that's what they want you to know for February right now. So many, many blessings to you. All right. And thank you so much, JC Marie is that Morales? I think the B is silent. My apologies for totally doing that. I'm just going to say JC. So thank you for your donation, and appreciate your super chat. And let me take a look here. Okay, yeah, you did ask a question earlier, so I do see that. So we will jump to your question. And you wanted to know, will WT and you reconcile? Let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know around reconciliation with WT. Okay, what else, please? You know, I don't see here that there's going to be reconciliation soon, for here, if at all. But well, let me show you why I feel this way, because it's so much about an internal search. Because you have the Hierophant here, and the Hierophant is about turning inward. You know, here's this labyrinth, and the Hierophant is pointing at it, and it's basically this inner search. They're sending you into this inner realm to go through the labyrinth for this self-reflection, to understand what it is that is your capital T truth. What, you know, from inside, you can see the connection to spirit, and just the deep diving into understanding what it is. And even here's spirit with you going through and helping you go through there. What's amazing with it all, I mean, you literally have the hermit card, which is all about the inner journey and being guided with spirit on your inner path too. So these cards together, with both being major arcana, is a significant inner journey that spirit is taking you on here. You even have the devil card. So three major arcana out of five cards that came in here. And the devil card is part of this journey. It's your shadow. They bring to you, to your face, your beliefs and your thoughts and your mindsets that are keeping you restricted and bound and feeling caged and trapped. And so with that, there is this significant reflection time on your beliefs and your mindsets about who you are, your expectations around relationship, your worthiness, you know, thoughts and beliefs around your worth. Because in addition to the nine hermit, you're also getting the Nine of Pentacles. So this is the hermit's journey regarding your worth in relationship to the outside world. So again, this inner reflection, And this is you finding your worth and your wholeness independently by yourself without the need of anyone else bringing it to you. Again, this cat is usually a bird, which I think, do you have a bird in their hand here? Yeah. So they have the dove in your hand here, which, we had the dove here, spirit. So you have spirit with you, and the black cat represents your connection to the spirit world. So you're finding this wholeness and this worth within yourself, without someone else. That's why I feel like there's not a reconciliation, at least right now, because they're taking you on this inner journey to find your wholeness independently, where you stand upon yourself with spirit without the need of, the outside impacting it there. Because you also have the five of swords. So again, another five. You had two nines and two fives, and even the one five with the devil card there. And it is taking you to this higher place. The ace of swords here connects you to the capital T truths of the higher world that are rooted in unconditional love. And that's what this whole journey is finding the capital T truths, which helps with this conflict that's in your mind, because you have the small t truths, which are all the opinions and all the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you were given growing up about who you are and what you're supposed to do and supposed to be and supposed to be with, and what a relationship is supposed to look like, all these opinions that we took on as our own. And there's this shaking, this rattling that's going on, this clarity that spirit is bringing you on this internal journey alone to free you up to where you won't be vibrating at a lower love vibration that has a lot of fears of losing this conditional love of the outside world, drawing in things that vibrate at that lower vibrational fear level. And your love, your self love, your overall love vibration is being increased and raised to where it will draw in uh, the love and the experiences that you are wanting to go into this new level. So it's not doing what you always did and getting what you always got. There's this freedom that's coming that's going to be bringing in beautiful, beautiful changes. So I don't feel like there's reconciliation with WT. Um, I feel like right now, because of the doing that inner journey, but quite honestly, which spirit loves truth, is they are like, once you go through this inner journey, you're not going to want reconciliation, because what you had is not going to be satisfying for you. You're going to want something so much more higher and bigger for yourself. So that's what they have for you, JC. Yeah, absolutely. Finding that self-love, and I love this journey for you. So that's what they have for you. Again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly, greatly appreciate that, and enjoy that inner journey. I know in the beginning we're kind of like, oh, but the more you find that love on the inside, the more you're like, oh, I love it. I love it. So many, many blessings to you. Enjoy that amazing journey. All right. Let me take a quick sip of my coffee here, and we'll continue moving down the list. All right. So, Alex, you are up next, and you'd like a general read. So let's see what Spirit has for you right now. What does Spirit want you to know? Don't you love these cards? I just love, love, love the colors and the symbology of them all. So, Alex, you have the Two of Wands coming in here, which is a great reminder of what do you want. Whatever you focus on is what grows and expands in our life. So we focus in on what we fear will leave our life or come into our life, or what we fear is missing or feel is missing, or what's in our life that we don't want. When we focus on that, that grows and expands. But if we focus on joy and celebration and gratitude for what we do have, and what we do want to come into our life, and unconditional love, and all that beautiful energy of the unconditional love, then that expands and grows. And I kind of feel like there's going back and forth, and it's neither right or wrong, they're just different. And I feel like they're just it's a gentle reminder that whatever you focus on grows. Because on one hand, you have the Five of Pentacles, which can be energy of feeling abandoned or left behind, this energy of lack, being left out in the cold, that type of energy. And then on the other hand, we've got joy and celebration and togetherness. And it's like whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. And, one is darker, one is lighter. Fear, energy, it contracts and restricts, makes us feel small, and we get to all those fear emotions, disappointment and betrayal and um, anger and sadness and yum, right? We come down here to experience those. So nothing wrong with those. But the when we choose our energy of unconditional love, that expands and it grows and full of bliss and joy and all of those emotions. So it's just a reminder that the outside world doesn't control that. We get to choose where we invest our energy in each moment. And when we realize, I've done this roller coaster enough. I'm ready for a rest in the Zen garden and eat some ice cream and enjoy connection to this bliss. And then when we're like, I'm done with that. I like the example that they gave me when I was talking to my host yesterday. It's like when we go into, you jump into a pool of water, right? And it's cold and it's cool and it's nice and it's refreshing, and then it starts to get a little too cold, and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna jump into the hot tub." You get in the hot tub and like, "Oh, feel this warmth. Oh, it feels so good and relaxing." Then after a while, you're like, "I feel like I'm boiling like a frog in a pot." You're like, "Oh, I want to jump into the cool water," and so we jump into the cool water, and we're like, "Oh, this is refreshing and cool, and I'm cooling down now." But ooh, now I'm getting chills. Now let me get back into the hot tub, and so we go back and forth in this ebb and flow of life because we came here to experience those opposites. And I like that. It just shows that there's no right or wrong. They just feel different. And when we're tired of one, we can choose another, which I like. They also have the Queen of Pentacles here, which is about abundance and new birth, things that are coming into your life, and Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So if you can get out into nature, that also helps you, choose the happiness in this because you get away from the chaos and all the feelings of, that lack. And you just feel this beautiful abundance, when we step out into nature and into that. But it is about nurturing and taking care of yourself and choosing what you want for you, not what other people are wanting for you. So I like that. So that is what they have for you, Alex. So many, many blessings to you. All right, and Rishi, you'll be the next free reading coming up, but I do have a donation. So thank you so much, Silence Within. And let's take a look here and see what message does your higher self, your highest self have for you. Let's take a look here. I actually want to pull an Angels and Ancestors card for you. And thank you so much for your generous donation. Greatly, greatly appreciate that. And let's see what the Oracle card says first for you. There it is. And you have the Spirit Fox. Trust your talents in changing times. What a beautiful card. And we'll see what this says for you first, and then we will look at the tarot cards that came flying out here for you. So Spirit Fox says, stay alert as change is in the air. And the Fox features one of the most favorite animals of this author, the red fox, an amazingly resilient creature able to survive in urban environments or the freezing temperatures of the Arctic. Foxes know what it's like to be hunted because for centuries they've been sought for their precious fur when all they want is to do is to survive. So the spirit fox can help you overcome the energies of adversity and unfair treatment. Also, as urban foxes hide in cities and go about their business in the darker hours, the fox offers the medicine of blending in. Ooh. And the extended message for the card, excuse me, is that the energies around you are changing at this time. And although it may not always be comfortable, you are equipped with all that you need to survive this shift. You're being presented with opportunities to reach spaces you've never encountered before. And this can make you feel on edge, but be open to the shifts occurring because they really are the answers to your prayers. The experience of being hunted or threatened is now behind you, and you're being invited to come out from your den and reveal your glory and talents. Call upon Spirit Fox Medicine to help you be seen for who you are and trust in your talents in order to be the best you can be in these changing times. Wow, I love that. So, definitely, it's time for you to really express yourself. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Wow. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Because you've got the Eight of Wands here, which, Wands is drive, ambition, inspiration, passion, inspiration, and energy. And it's a lot of energy that is coming your way. So it is beautifully um, being sent to you, this wonderful, wonderful just flood of energy. It also represents messages from spirit. So, along with that, of course, it is this being aware that you have this uh, of course, beautiful connection with the spirit world, but they are going to be talking your ear off, throwing messages all over the place, signs and synchronicities. In the physical world, you're going to see like bumper stickers, license plates, songs on the radio, overhearing conversations from other people. Just you're going to see even rogue, junk emails with, a note in the, mess in the subject line that you're just like, "Oh my gosh, look at that." So just in the physical world, you're gonna see and hear and smell and even taste and touch, just all these areas you're gonna be getting messages. Also, they're just gonna touch your brain. You're not gonna be thinking about something or someone. All of a sudden, boop, this random thought just gets activated, and that's them touching your brain. And if it's someone who's already on the other side, that's them going, "Hey, I'm here with you. I've always been by your side." And so, even emotional messages where you just get this flood of emotion and your brain doesn't figure out what it is. You just feel this flood that eventually gets, what is it called when it's translated by our mind, the emotion eventually. You're like, oh, so wonderful, wonderful messages from all over the place. Definitely, it talked about new beginning and this new adventure that's coming. And oh my God, you have three major arcana. You've got the Empress, new birth, new things unfolding, harvest coming in. You have the Fool card, more new birth, new adventure, leaving behind the old ways, released from so much, a journey with like almost zero, zero expectations, this beautiful, going forward, and the Wheel of Fortune, endings and new beginnings, fate's wheel turning and bringing things into your life that even your human ego, being character side of you feels it's fortunate for you because, of course, everything that happens in our lives is always for us. It doesn't happen to us, it's happening for us. But our human character sometimes doesn't understand and doesn't feel like, how is this for me? But in this case, with the Wheel of Fortune, it's even your human side is going, this is so fortunate. So, I mean, what a beautiful, beautiful messages coming through here. Great spiritual journey, a great new beginning in the outside world. And I feel like with all these new beginnings, I mean, it's impacting you mentally, emotionally, physically, like physical movement, spiritual, of course, just wonderful journey that's popping in here. So I really like this for you, Silence. I mean, boom, the combination of these cards is absolutely beautiful. And I do love this. It feels like a giant reboot in your life that's so refreshing and so free of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts. Feel like it's this spring cleaning, decluttering of your life where you're just like, I got rid of everything that doesn't serve me for where I want to go and what I want to do. Relationships that don't fit in anymore, job, education, all that stuff. Where you're just like, and then of course, clutter of things and movement of one place to another. You're just ready for this new journey, this new adventure. So I know, wow is right. I'm very excited. I'm like feeling this beautiful flood of energy and this renewal that's coming in. So I really like that for you, Silence. I'm like, uh, maybe I'm more excited about it than you are right now because I'm feeling all the energy and just seeing all these, beautiful sparks of stuff. Yeah, and here's the magician. It's you bringing in this beautiful love from above, and you're being this conduit, and all that energy. I mean, it turned into, this is how I feel. It's like this lightning bolt, bringing it into the world in very bright and noticeable ways. It's like a giant lightning bolt. People are like, "What's that?" And they hear the thunder. And I feel like it's so much of this is you expressing this unconditional love in your heart with the world, in wonderful ways, sharing your talents, like it was talking about with that fox spirit. So it is time. It's like you're moving from this place of existing before to where you feel like you're living because you're expressing that love. So I really like this for you, Silence. So many, many blessings for you. And I'm excited to see what you're going to do with all this. Again, thank you so much for your donation. Very, very much appreciated. So I can't wait. Keep us in the loop. Let us know what this looks like because I'm curious. I'm being nosy now. But thank you again so much. Many blessings to you. Much love. All right, Empress Beauty, you are the next donation. And why are you being tormented after you got cheated on? Oh my goodness. Let's take a look here, Empress Beauty, and see what is going on here. All right, you got 3, 3, and 1. Let's see what this is about here. Okay, what are these about? Okay, wow. Got a lot of major arcana coming in here. So this definitely, Empress Beauty, for you has been a significant, life-changing experience that is coming in for you here. Um, the core of the message starts off with the Five of Pentacles, which is this feeling of abandonment, left out in the cold, left behind, just this abandonment feeling. When we look, and the five is a great number to have because this is the change that's happening, the challenge, the shaking up of beliefs and thoughts around um, our worth in relation to the outside world. The five changes from us looking to the outside world for our definition, right? Um, there's the feeling of lack in the card, like I'm not getting what I need from the outside world. I've been left behind. I've been abandoned, which is obviously a lot of what you're feeling right now. Is represented in this card, which when when we look to humans for our sustenance, what we need in each moment, we have every right to fear because when we go into fear mode, we do withdraw our support. When we feel unsafe and out of control, we do I always say we do stupid stuff because we're not in our human adult mind anymore. We've gone into the 2-year-old cat mind, which hisses and attacks, hisses and runs away, or attacks and runs away. And it's doing things just to try to feel in control and safe again. And so when we define ourselves and we're looking to the outside world for that, um, they, humans go into fear and they go into that fight or flight mode and they withdraw from us what we're wanting. And then we're left there going, oh my God, I'm left abandoned. And um, the beautiful transformation that happens is when that happens enough to us, which it happens quite a bit in the human world, we eventually turn inward and upward because of the disappointment we have in the outside world. And we realize it's the creator, it's source, it's the mother and father of all things that truly brings us what we need in each moment. It just sometimes comes through a delivery company of humans, but what brings that to us is the creator. We find this eternal, unconditional loving being is what brings it to us in each moment. And so rather than being disappointed and feeling abandoned by the outside world, we're like, oh, you, because your love is eternal, your love is unconditional for me. You don't go into fear mode like humans do. You never withdraw from me. So I am going to depend on you. And then they bring us what we need in each moment. Sometimes not what we want, because they always bring us what is for our highest experience. And they love us so much. They bring us more than we just our basic needs too, but because they like giving us gifts, but they're always going to give us what is for our highest experience. And so there is this transformation that's happening here. The torment is the fear that is ignited when we feel that abandonment feeling. So this transformation that's happening here is allowing you to, you know, leave behind the old ways of thinking, the old cycles, and you're being brought into this new adventure that's going to be so much more free of those expectations, those old opinions of the outside world, of the supposed tos and the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, and the musts. They really are saying too that this is a time with the Queen of Pentacles. It's a time for you to really turn inward, mother nature, mother nurture yourself. It's again, new birth too is very, very significant here, that you are cutting out things that no longer serve you as far as people and thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, emotions that no longer serve you. There is this opening for this new journey that you're headed off into. Um, again, you've got death and rebirth. Here's you, this beautiful phoenix rising from the ashes. And though it's painful when it's burning down, realize that it is happening for you, and you're going to rise from this in a completely different place. I mean, you also have the hanged one, which is this period of being like cocooning. It's almost like this is a butterfly cocoon where your old ways of being a caterpillar, which is where we start off with all these rules of I have to crawl along the ground and, you know, excuse me, all this rules of the caterpillar world, that when they go into the cocoon, they melt, they become caterpillar soup as they transform into a butterfly. And the struggle of getting out of the cocoon is what gives their wings the strength to flutter and fly. Because if you cut a butterfly out of the cocoon too early, it doesn't have the strength for the wings and it will never fly. And so the struggle of coming out of the cocoon, this um, transformation that you're going through. I mean, you got the death and the rebirth card, which is the transformation, and the hanged man. All this beautiful change of who you are is going to be worth it. You're going to be able to fly and flutter and go places you have never been able to go before when you were the caterpillar. The caterpillar would crawl and get to the edge of a stream and go, oh, I can't get in there, I'll drown. So it's limited. But the butterfly flutters over the stream and go, what? Oh, there was a stream? I didn't even realize, because they're fluttering and they're going with the wind and exploring. So there's this new freshness that's coming in. Hope is here. You have the Chariot, which is, all these major arcana. I mean, you've got the Fool card, um, the Death and Rebirth card, the Hanged Man or the Hanged One, and you have the Chariot too, which is about movement towards victory and your power of choice that comes in here, which the power of choice tells you that no matter what you're going through, you have every moment is a choice between fear of losing conditional love and connecting to that unconditional love from above. We're the ones that get to choose what story we apply to anything, what emotion we want to feel as we go through it, and what energy we want to expand into the world, into our life, right? um, it doesn't feel like a choice sometimes because we have so much fear that's been programmed into us, these opinions that when this happens, this is what it's supposed to mean. And when this happens, this is how I'm supposed to feel. Having been cheated on myself 3 times out of 5 relationships, my heart goes out to you. I know that those times when I had uh, um, wasn't aware of my power to choose, it was heartbreaking. It was torture. It felt like you're tormented, and I totally understand. Later, when I realized my power of choice, it's like, oh, so it doesn't have to mean anything about me, right? One of the big things about when someone doesn't honor their commitments and we feel betrayed is that, and this is what they did with my, yeah, exactly. That is fight or flight mode. When we go in that fear, anger is the fight, and sadness is the retreat. It's the fleeing, right? um, and that's totally normal. We come here to experience those, so feel the feels, but when you're ready, you can see that you can choose to go, you know what, and this is even with my conversation with my mom, because my dad had wandered outside of the relationship between my older brother and me, and she felt that all her life, um, that it had to do with her, and they ended up divorcing, and my dad ended up, remarried a few times, as well as my mom one more time. But when we were talking, this was even like within a decade ago. So it was like for 40 years, she felt this betrayal and she thought it was her fault. And that he wandered. And I'm like, Mom, if you look at it, he, ended up with other relationships too, but he ended up getting married a second time, a third time, and now he's with a wonderful, he's totally different, who he is today. He got just remarried a fourth time, but um, I'm like, if it was you that didn't make him happy, then number two would have made him happy, or maybe number three, or all these other people. And it was like this awareness that you, other people's actions, when they have an action that is not of unconditional love, intelligence, kindness, then it's an action of fear. And it's an action of fear because something triggered someone to make them go into 2-year-old mode, or the cat mind mode, as I call it. And they were just doing whatever they felt they needed to do to feel safe and secure again. And if that meant cheating and having all these other people, because in the moment they thought that was going to make them feel secure, make them feel safe and whatever, had nothing to do with us. It's like when someone's drowning and they're panicking, and we swim out to help them, and their arms are going over their place, and they hit you upside your head. You're like, why did they hit me? And then they see you and they grab onto you and pull you underwater with them while they're drowning. And you get them, and you're like, why are they trying to murder me? And you get them and get them back to shore. After they calm down, you can see the animal leave them and the human return to where they're, oh, hey, and so we realize, and we can transform and go, okay, there, even though we're told, when someone cheats on you, it means that you're supposed to feel devastated, and it means you're not worthy, and blah, blah, blah. Everything we're taught in movies and experiences and from everyone else, we get to choose. That's where the Chariot card comes in, is that we get to choose what something means. And we can be like, you know what? this isn't about me. This was they were in fear and they just did went into the little animal mode and did what they felt they needed to do. Doesn't mean that we condone it. Doesn't mean that we're like, "Oh, okay, well, go ahead and do that all the time." It's like, you know what? It's all right. You're in fear, but it's not about me. The only thing I control is my choice about what I say something means, what I want to feel as I go through it, and where do I want to invest my energy. So feel the feels, and when you're just don't feel trapped that you have to feel the emotions and thoughts and stories of conditional love, that of fear of losing love. You can connect to this unconditional love from above, and it frees you, and there's another choice. You don't have to feel trapped. Don't, neither's right and neither's wrong. They just feel different. One, fear emotions feel restrictive, trapping, make you feel small. Unconditional love makes you feel huge and big and powerful and bright, like your last card, the sun, which this is like a promise of your higher posse, your spirit guides, and everyone else that you will feel this way again. Because this is your true nature, your true being of who you are, a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. The sun does shine and it will shine again. Just sometimes some thunderstorms roll in and we can't see it, but above the clouds, above the storm, the sun is always shining and you will return. The beautiful brightness of who you are will eventually burn away the clouds and the thunderstorm. So have hope. Um, don't judge yourself for feeling the anger and the sadness. We came here to experience those, but allow it to run its course and experience it, but don't feel trapped knowing that you always have another choice when you're ready. And but feel the disappointment, feel the sorrow, the sadness, the emptiness, all those emotions. But you don't have to live in them. Just experience them and flow through them. So hang in there, Empress Beauty. I'm sure so many of our hearts go out to. I'm sure so many people in this room have been through it as well. And so just know you're loved and you're supported, and you're welcome here anytime, of course. So thank you again so much for your donation, and that's what Spirit has for you. I feel like we went into so much detail in this one because it is for so much more than just you and me, as well. So thank you for the vulnerability and sharing that with us. So much love to you. Many blessings to you, Empress Beauty. All right. And then we do have another donation, Light Worker. And you went, when will you meet someone new? All right. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know here. You are very welcome. All right. Well, you will be meeting someone new here, significant light worker, because the Four of Wands represents, it's beautiful, balanced energy and passion. Sometimes it's celebration card, but sometimes it's even marriage card. Definitely kind of commitment and coming together. So this definitely beautiful, beautiful card. I mean, I love the abundant and fruitfulness of this card, how they reflect it here. And I know, all right, that's good, but when? When? Well, right now you're going through a little bit of a holding pattern here because you're working on letting go of old emotions that no longer serve you, that do allow you to swim up towards this wish fulfillment, which is the next card. The Nine of Cups is an emotional wish fulfillment card. So you are letting go of these emotions that no longer serve you, as well as thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, which are swords, that no longer serve you. There's this conflicting um, opinions, these conflicting expectations that you've had in the past, that you realize it's this battle inside between what you expect in a relationship, what you truly want, and what you've been told you're supposed to and should and need to and have to want. So there's this figuring out of like, wait a minute, I said I wanted this, and then when I didn't get it, I felt disappointed. But I'm like, but do I really want that? You're doing this wonderful reflection and changing of thoughts and beliefs and in your mindset. You're figuring out what it is you want a relationship to be based on what you felt in the past, and you're figuring it out. They're bringing back to me a wonderful book called The Path to Love by Deepak Chopra. I will forewarn you that you may throw the book across the room at least once, because I did when it it brought a wonderful awareness into my life, because it one of the questions this wonderful Dr. Chopra asks is, what is it that you're looking for in a mate? And I'm like, wow, well, looking and reflecting, which is, I feel you're looking and reflecting on your past experiences. You're like, well, I felt like I was disrespected in so many ways, cheated on and betrayed, and felt used, for possessions and money. Didn't like how I was talked to and spoken to by the variety of like my 5 longest term relationships. And there's this, awareness I got down to. I want someone who respects me, because all that felt disrespectful. And I'm like, okay, so that's what it is. And then you read on, and in the book, spoiler alert, and you probably already know, he goes, what you're trying to find in someone else, you need to find in yourself first. That is when the book went across the room. I calmed down and I went and got the book and continued to read, because of course he was right. And I realized, oh, I did disrespect myself so much, because I would sacrifice everything in my life for who I thought they wanted me to be and what I thought they wanted, and that is not respectful to myself. So I feel like there's this figuring out of things like, what do you truly want in a relationship, and this transformation that happens, because with that, as you do that, the when happens when you have a significant um, endings and new beginnings. Things are moved out of your life for you, to make space for newness. Things are moved out of your path so you can move forward. So the tower, this is a significant events that happen. So this definitely is this change that it's after this significant alteration in your life is when you meet them. Like it can be, and with the chariot here, this is about movement and victory. So I feel like, because both of these cards came out together, the when is when you make this significant move in your life, either a move of location, a move of job, um, but it's a movement of in the outside world of something. Like I said, so it's like that is when it happens. Now, don't go move, going, well, I'm going to go move then, because that's when I'll meet him. It happens in your life. It's not something like, I feel like you initiate this movement. It's something that happens. Like if you're getting transferred, or the job that you're in closes down, or it's something along those lines. So there's this switcheroo that happens, and that's when you meet them, and that's when things unfold. So it's when this significant alteration happens in your life, light workers. So that is what they have for you. I know that was a bit deep and off path a little bit, but they brought it all around, and to make it all make sense, right? But that's what they have. So again, thank you so much for your donation. Many, many blessings to you. All right. And I think that is all of my donations. So um, moving back to the free readings, thank you guys so much for your patience. And so, Rishi, you are the next free reading that's up, and I am doing well. I'm going to take another sip of coffee here, though. All right. And you'd like to know how to heal the memories of being homeless. And I do have a Whispers of the Lord Ganesha card that did come out here. And I feel this is what they have for you. You've got this positive outlook card. Let me see if I can get it to, there it goes. Look at all the different faces of Lord Ganesha there. And it's card number 29. And it says, how you feel depends on your own mental attitude. And I love this card because it says, the many faces of Ganesha reflect how you feel about the different aspects of your life: spirituality, health, finances, relationship, and emotional well being. It is important to remember that circumstances are not good or bad, but always neutral. Hmm. It is how you approach the situation that will determine your outcome. If you choose to see something as depressing, it will be. If you choose to see it as encouraging, it will be. Your mind determines how your day will go. Your state of mind has influence over your body, your relationships, your emotional well being, and how you view your finances. Every day, you are so careful when considering what you will eat during that day. You have an opportunity to be just as discerning when it comes to how you think. You can conquer your moods no matter how bad a mood you seem to be in, right? Make up your mind that you are not going to be controlled by your moods anymore. If you do find yourself in a low disposition, take a moment to acknowledge what brought this up for you. Take positive action to shift back to happiness or being positive. I love that message. It's so revealing. I mean, this is really good for all of us, right? But the positive outlook, all the different faces, we have all these different perspectives and ways of looking at a situation. That is our power of choice that I kind of just was talking about too in the last couple of readings about the chariot card. We get to choose. And so when you have a memory of being homeless, the story that the mindset, one of the viewpoints we had of it, that it was bad because we're taught, oh, if you're homeless, or whatever the memory that we have that has this fearful tint to it, this lower vibrational mental attitude toward it. We're taught, oh, this is what it means. But when it comes up, we can look at it and go, what is it that I fear that meant about me? You know, um, we every moment is the choice of a fear thought, a fear emotion, or an unconditional love um, happening to me, happening for me. And so when we look back at a memory and go, all right, so when I was homeless, what did I feel? I felt people look down on me. I felt I was a failure. I was rejected. I was unloved because no one would take me in, or I didn't think they would, or, all these judgments, all these thoughts. And we get into the emotion of it, it's just we felt rejected, probably in some way. And when we realize, okay, this character I'm living here on earth is just a human character. It's a small part of my eternity. But I wanted to experience this. This happened for me on purpose, for a purpose. And so when I look at it, why did I want to experience the freedom of being homeless? And people are like, what? What do you mean freedom? When you have all you have is maybe the possessions on your back, what freedom comes of, I don't have to worry about protecting things or people stealing it or whatever one of our ultimate fears is to be homeless. When we go down to the root and deeper, it's we fear being rejected. We fear dying alone out in the woods and out in wilderness, eaten by wolves and jackals or whatever is in our, outside our city. We feel like, oh, this is how I'm going to die. We fear death. So when we get into the underlying, emotions and thoughts and beliefs under that memory, that's where the freedom comes. You get to transmute it, you get to transform it and go, what was I truly fearing? I get to choose the mental attitude around it, not what I've been told it's supposed to mean. I get to decide. When we lose a job, we're told it's supposed to be a bad thing. That's like a lot of the popular opinion. It's bad when you get fired. And you're supposed to feel devastated and fear that, oh my gosh, it's devastating. Or it can be like, well, it was an abusive relationship I had with my job, and I wasn't going to leave it because I feared I wouldn't find something. So I kept taking their abuse, kept, doing forced overtime without pay and, whatever it was. But when they fired me, I'm free. I now get to move into what I want to do and see how there's a difference of our outlook. We get to change it. We get to switch it up. We get to question our thoughts and mentality around something, and we can transform it. So I feel like that is what they have for you right now, Rishi. And thank you for your, again, also sharing that, because I think it helps so many people besides just you and me. So thank you for sharing that, and many blessings to you. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list. And we are at the top of the first hour already. And just let everyone know, if you're new to my channel and new to these readings, what I do is I'm on for about 2 hours, and I just try to get through as many free readings as I can. But if you do want to have your reading prioritized and make sure I complete it in this session, a donation of any kind, I do honor that energy exchange. I step outside of the free readings, complete those, and then step back in line and continue going down. So as we get more toward the end of this session, I'll give you more options. I am on the weekends on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings. I'm on at 11 a.m. Then also Wednesday through Friday nights at 7 p.m. Mountain. So I will be on several more times here this weekend too. So there's hope. All right. So back, that's been the public service announcement. We're back to the regular scheduled program. So SK, you are up next for the free reading, and what are N's feelings for you? Very good. Anything else? Okay, so this is it here. So the feelings for you right now, they're kind of going back and forth between how they're feeling and, this is the power of choice card. It is a movement card. It is a victory card. So it's a positive thing. They're just going back and forth between their fears and love. And so they have this conflict that's going back and forth. And I kind of feel like I'm going to leave this up here. So on one side, they have the Five of Wands, which the five is about conflicting energy, fiery, passionate confliction, which can be, the fear-based emotions. They're fearing, what will the results of things be? Will they be disappointed? Will they be hurt like they were in the past? All the stuff that they've had that are bubbling around underneath in their subconscious is bouncing around, and that's what comes up. But on the other hand, they see that, wow, it could be fulfilling and overflowing, and you could be the one that makes them feel, this, they have the family and the children, and they usually even sometimes have a dog, and here's the castle and the money and abundance and overflowing. So I kind of feel like they're in this little going back and forth. So they definitely have some um, feelings and thoughts around completion and joining together, but then they also have fears that are firing within them too. Um, so it's just this kind of going back and forth right now for them towards you. So nothing you can do about it. Their fears are inside them. All you can do is make it an easier or a harder choice for them to choose love or fear by giving love. That's all we can do. We can't change their mind and say, "Come out of your fears." That doesn't work for any of us because it's all happening inside here. But the only thing that we can do, we can't change people's minds. We can only change people's hearts, and we change hearts by giving love. So unconditional love is all you can continue to do, and then they will figure things out. Love will be ignited more within their heart, the more love that we give them. And that can be through action, but it can be through energy too. If you're not able to give or do anything to show them that, you can give love from a spiritual place, which is just imagining, like a stream, like you said, you like a stream of love going out and surrounding them, or a bubble that you send, or a lightning bolt, whatever it is that you picture that feels right for you, and sending love. And you can do this for anyone, sending love and having it surround them. And so that's what they have for you right now, SK. So many, many blessings to you. Right. Continue moving down the free list. And you are very welcome. And I want to thank everyone also for all the thumbs up that you've given the video already. It does help spread the Zen love to the world. So thank you guys that have done that. It does help, like I said, spread the love, and you're being a part of that love tsunami. So thank you. Thank you very much for that. Right, Divine Light, you are up next, and good morning to you. What messages do angels have for you? And we do have an Angels and Ancestor Oracle, so let's check there and see what they have for you today. You have the Lord card, which says, "Take charge with authority." And I like that. So what a wonderful, bold message from your angels. It says, "Don't be afraid to take charge or use your voice. Be strong." The Lord card here is the consort of the lady, and this is the emperor in the traditional tarot. And he represents an authoritative male who isn't afraid to lay down the law, but this doesn't mean he's angry or chauvinistic. He's self possessed, reliable, and ambitious, a man of honor who has earned his place in society. And the Lord in the oracle holds a ram staff and wears a crown of antlers. It represents Aries, that strong new birth, strong fire energy, showing he keeps himself firmly rooted in the ground and is protective of his people. His regal air indicates he has a taste for the finer things in life, yet he's sensitive to those who are less fortunate than he is. In the extended message for the card, it says, "Sometimes you have to take control in order to be honored," especially when you're in situations where no one is making a decision. Everyone is afraid to step up. This is you having this courage and this strength that comes in where you're like, "All right, everybody, taking everyone into account, doing the thing that helps everyone, and that is the best for everyone, that you step up and take charge." And if you feel that your kindness or gifts are being taken for granted, it's time to change that. There is no excuse for bad behavior, and the ancestors and angels are encouraging you to hold your ground and speak your mind in a fiercely loving way. I like that. Fiercely loving way. You have the energy and might to overcome drama or energies that are aren't working for your growth. And it's time to take charge before you find yourself in a situation you don't want to be in. You're being encouraged to be the boss instead of being bossed. I like it. This card also brings the energy of ambition and can show you have the potential to move upwards on a professional level, but only if you act with authority and show who you really are. So I like this. I feel like there's this possibly this tendency um, to become a mat for people, like a doormat, where you're so giving and so loving. You have such a huge heart um, that you will like sacrifice like your meal so that someone who's starving can eat. But I like this just little nudge from spirit to know that and to trust that the greatest gift you can give the world is a healthy, strong, overflowing you, that you don't have to be like this barrel that you allow people to plug into, or you plug people into and give you all your life sustenance. You get to be a chalice that has nothing connected to it that you get to fill up, and everyone else gets the overflow. And it's a time for you to put up those boundaries and not feel bad about it, not feel guilty, knowing that sometimes we can become a crutch for people that can become dependent upon us. And when we are empty and feeling low, we become cranky. And what we give is full of, it's sour, it's bitter, because we can get resentful when we feel like people are using us. And so I love this reminder of stepping into your power and permission from spirit that you get to fill up like a chalice and everyone else gets the overflow. So that's what they have for you, divine light. So many, many blessings and much love to you. All right. And sorry, light worker, I'm not sure of the timestamp. If it helps any, I was talking to I did silence within Empress Beauty and then you for those. So if you rewind and you hear me doing those, I feel like well, I was at the top of the hour when I finished yours, so maybe like 45 minutes. Try around there. Sorry, I do so many, it all blends together. All right, so Melissa, you're the next free reading up, and you want to know what does Crush Aries as want to confess to you about you, but they're holding back. Okay, let's take a look here. You are brave asking that. I'm sure it's wonderfulness, right? Well, it's interesting that you have the Five of Pentacles that is coming out here, which does represent this feeling of lack, this feeling of abandonment out in the cold, left behind. But I feel like it's something one they like want to say is like they don't feel like they are like good enough, like they feel they're lacking, like they can't give you what they think that you would want from them. So there's this like almost like you're out of their league type of energy that comes in there. We've got the death and the rebirth card coming in here too, and I feel like one of the other things that they fear that the ending that they would kind of the rejection is what's under rooted underneath this, right? Because this is like I'm not good enough, and you would end up leaving me, and I'd end up feeling abandoned because I wouldn't be enough for you. And so there's this energy around that that's here. You have the judgment card too, which normally is about your higher self calling you to this higher place, but it actually is normally like a two Roman numerals XX, which again I feel like it just reiterates. Not only would they lose you, in a romantic way or you know, partnership or, type a relationship of whatever kind, that they'd lose you out of their life completely, and they're just like there's this underlying fears that's going on underneath, regarding that. So I feel like they're saying that they feel like they wouldn't be enough, and that they would just totally lose you totally out of their lives altogether. So there's this fear, and I feel like they are uh, it's just kind of this thing that's underneath them. They just feel low about themselves, even though they might seem like this really confident person on the outside. I feel like it's a facade, or they might even not be aware of it. It might be totally this unconsciousness that's underneath. So that is what they have for you, Melissa. Very interesting. So many blessings to you. Perfect. Perfect, light worker, I'm glad. It must have been spirit, because I was like, "What? I don't know," and they're like, "Hey." Oh, that's right. Alright, so Shravani Nagosi, you are up next for the next free reading. Any hidden power in yourself, and how can you find it? Let's take a look here. What does spirit want you to know? Alright. Well, I do like this for you. You have the Three of Cups coming in here. And the Three of Cups represents, in this case, your posse, your spiritual support team on the other side. So your guardian angel and your angels and your spirit guides, your loved ones on the other side, your ancestors, unicorns, fairies, leprechauns, whatever you believe, all those beings of unconditional love and light are. This is them saying that one of your a hidden power that you have is such a deep connection of channeling from them and providing information. Now, of course, we can have, you know, anything that we do bringing the spirit realm into the physical realm is channeling. I channel messages through tarot cards, people from the other side, even energy that we do in energy work, we're channeling love energy through it. So it's always a channel of love energy. It's just how we express it out in the world. So I like this for you because you do have the Three of Wands here too, which is a change of direction, a change of how you are sharing energy with the world. So I really feel like this is more of an energetic, like energy work. If you've ever looked into Qigong or Reiki or any type of energy that way, don't limit yourself by a specific practice, though. If you want to learn more and learn like different ways, but don't let it box you in, don't let it trap you, because we can get into a spiritual practice and then I go, well, this is how it has to be, this is how it has to be shared. That's restrictive. If you're just like exploring and going, this is how Reiki does it, this is how Qigong does it, this is how Chi and Tai Chi, okay, but you develop your own way of channeling it and directing it and how you want to express it to the world. So I feel like when you're asking how can you find it out, that's the journey, that's the exploration, is how do you uniquely want to share it with the world. Part of what helps you with that is the Four of Pentacles, because the Four of Pentacles journey, the Pentacles is about the outside world and about how you relate your worth to the outside world. The journey is when we define ourselves by relationships or situations or things. We feel unstable, our worth feels unstable when we're having our worth defined by those unstable things of the outside world, because relationships, people change, they pass away, they walk away, so relationships are unstable. Situations like education, jobs, careers, all of that is ever changing. And of course, things like our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions, all that breaks down, deteriorates, blows up, burns down, stolen. All of that is unstable, eventually turns us inward. and upward to define ourselves by that eternal unconditional love, which is the only stable thing that we ever find. Eternal never ends. That's pretty stable. Unconditional, no conditions to lose it, totally stable, right? So I feel like the more you realize that the outside world isn't what you define yourself by, again, when we look at our spiritual gifts and any hidden powers we have, um, if we're defining them by validation and stuff in the outside world, it's going to feel unstable and all over the place. But when we turn inward and upward and we're like, there it is, then we have the stability with it. So I feel like that's part of the journey that we have. I know when we what's my life purpose and how can I use these things? Um, we wish that we could have a scroll fall from the heavens just to tell us, what it all is. But the journey, the figuring it out, the adventure of discovery is part of the whole experience here. So allow yourself to turn inward and upward and explore it. You can dabble in the outside world, um, read books online, watch videos, whatever it may be, but don't take it on as the absolute. This is opinion, and it's like a smorgasbord where you can take a little bit of here, a little bit of here. You get to put what you want on your plate and define it. It doesn't have to be fit into any specific um, organized spiritual practice. So I like the freedom that's coming in with that for you. So that's what they have for you, Shwani. I'm excited to see what you unfold and what you discover. So many, many blessings to you. All right. So, Shauna, you'll be the next free reading, but I do have a donation. Hey, it's just Crimson. So, what should you expect to come in this month? Thank you for your donation. Let's take a look here. I laugh because you talk about expectations, and the cards that come out are about expectations. Both of these cards, there's a couple more I haven't seen what these are yet. Let me see what these are. Okay. So this is all about expectations equal disappointment, right? So the Nine of Swords is about it's called the nightmare and the insomnia card. When we have so much on our mind, these are all the small t truths um, that are rooted in the fears of losing a conditional love, fears of rejection, etc. And the Devil card, they're all about it's Capricorn energy. They are the ones that challenge our thoughts and our beliefs and our mindsets that we've been given over our life, shakes and rattles and rolls, so that we, um, this, uh, you know, um, energy, the challenging those thoughts and beliefs that restrict us, keep us chained, keep us feeling like we're caged. So there's this freedom that comes in here, with the month. It's almost like they're saying you're learning to let go of expectations of supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be and must, and it allows freedom to come in. It allows things to flow as more of an adventure instead of like work. It's like, oh, I can't wait to see what happens today. I am free and open to what comes, because you also have the Five of Wands here, which is about movement of energy from old ways of thinking and uh, energy that's related to the fear and conflict that transforms into love, and everything that's unfolding is unfolding for you to help you move forward and on your path, and really step into your energy. What starts off looking like a volcano that's erupting becomes something that's beautiful, because like they're bringing to me the island of Hawaii. It's the big island of Hawaii where the volcanoes are is constantly growing and becoming bigger because of the lava flow. And so we realize that this lava that flows into our life is to help us expand and help us grow. So I really like that for you. A lot of it I feel is around love and relationship, because of course you have the Lover's card. So these beliefs and these things that are coming in are challenging your thoughts and beliefs around love and relationship, because you have the Princess of Cups, the Page of Cups, which is about new ways of looking at love. One, they bring you the ability to connect to the higher love from above. This is the chalice, the holy grail that is full of the unconditional love from above, which allows you to fill up and overflow out. And then that allows you to see these relationships. Here's the Ace of Cups here. It's the beautiful love, the change, and that can be friendships, romantic, family, friends, workmates, whatever. You're looking at love and interactions with others in a completely different way. So I do love this um, kind of upgrade in love. Yeah, people are coming in. Yeah, definitely. It's going to be it's like the lab, right? When you learn something in classroom and then you go to lab to put it into practice. I feel like that's what's happening is you've been really questioning thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about interactions with people, stepping up and seeing love from a higher place because you're turning inward and upward, that now you're filling up and overflowing and you're seeing this change. um, you know so it's this wonderful transformation with that. So I like that for you, Crimson. So many blessings for you. Lindsay, no, I haven't gotten to you yet. So you are still on the list somewhere. Your daughter driving you crazy, light worker. You're funny. I like it. So thank you again so much for your donation, Crimson. All right. So we are returning back to the free readings, and we are to Shauna. So you feel that the weekly reading for this week's Libra had something missing for you. So there's additional information. Yeah, general readings, of course. They're always going to give you some, but uh, that's why we do additional readings, right? I love it. So see what else. What else was uh, do they have for you for this coming week? Wow. Okay. I like it. Like this coming week, you have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups, which is emotions. Sometimes this can mean like emotional confusion, blah, 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 blah. But when you get the Star card that comes in with it, this actually, I feel, is like multiple wishes. It's like, here, like these all have, what three wishes do you have? It's like there's this beautiful choice of emotional experiences this week for you to choose from. And I really like that here. There's this wonderful spark, this wonderful hope, this balancing of emotion, this wonderful choice of emotion that's coming in here for you this week. And I mean, you've got the star and you've got the sun. So the star that shines bright in the sky at night, and the sun, which is a huge star that shines during the day. So, very much this week is this abundant, overflowing, joyous celebration of emotion this week. And I really like this for you. So, I don't feel like there's it's just so free flowing and full of hope and brightness for you. And I really like that. Yeah, I don't they don't have anything else. They're just like, what else can you say? Joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy, joy. A lot of opportunities for these feelings, like wishes come true type of feelings. So I like it for you, Shauna. Yeah, definitely add that into your reading. So I like it. And that's what they have. Easy breezy. So many blessings to you. All right. So continue moving down the list. And let's see here. We are to Anuradha Singh. And so you have Deepak's current feelings for you right now. If you have the future together, or is he with someone else right now? All right, yeah, let's take a look here. Thank you so much for your blessings. Is there someone else? All right. Yeah, with these here, let me just do these here. I'm going to start off with the Nine of Pentacles, because the Nine of Pentacles is basically the answer to your question with, because the nine is the hermit's journey. It's you standing on your own and feeling, at least in the physical world, finding your wholeness and your fullness and your security within you. You have the beautiful dove there, which represents spirit, and this is your connection to the spirit world. So this is you being independent of Deepak. This is you standing on your own. Because you have the devil card here too, which this experience is teaching you about what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have made you feel caged and small and trapped in regards to love and relationship as well. Because the Ten of Wands is also telling you you've invested enough energy into this. It's time for an ending and a new beginning of where you're investing your energy. So I feel like, um, energy towards Deepak, they're like, you've done enough on your side. Um, it's it's not destined to go further. Of course, the with the devil card, it was a divine appointment for you to be able to be, for them to be a mirror for you, and you a mirror for them. But all you can learn from is what you see in the reflection of the experience, because that helps you grow and expand and release yourself from a lot of restrictions and cages, allows you to move forward and stand more solid in yourself. So that's what they have for you there, Anyarada. Many blessings. Sorry if I totally murdered the pronunciation of your name. All right. So Sudeshna Ghosh, you're the next free reading coming up here. And you want to know, will anything happen between you and Shai Mandal? Will he propose to you, and what are his feelings for you? Okay. Anything else? As far as proposing, I see the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles journey is about defining your worth more by inward and upward. You have the Four and the Five of Pentacles, which is the journey of looking for your worth from more an inward and upward than feeling the lack and the abandonment and the left out in the cold and the instability of defining your worth by the outside world. So I feel like that would be not a proposal, because this is basically spirit turning you inward and upward for that. We have this the Hierophant, which is you turning inward to find your truth, with the Four of Swords going along with that, because the Four of Swords, usually they're sleeping on the Ace of Swords, which is about you turning inward and upward, connecting to the capital T truths of the higher world, seeing things from a higher perspective, while cutting away the small t truths, those opinions, those thoughts and those beliefs and those mindsets that you've been taught around the opinions of what a relationship should be and supposed to be and need to be, who you're supposed to be in it, who they are, blah, 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 all this restriction. And there is this nudge with all of, like, three out of the four cards, actually all of them talk about inward and upward, looking into this higher wisdom rooted in unconditional love, stepping away from all this rat race of all these rules and thoughts and beliefs that society and family and everyone else has put on us, so that you can see your worth from a different perspective. that changes how you see the world. But I don't feel like with this that they will propose and they're saying their feelings for you. Focus in on inward and upward for this part of your journey because it does set you free in so many different ways. And it brings in this beautiful stability as that eternal, unconditional love from above becomes the foundation of your worth and who you are instead. So that's what they have for you, Sudeshna. I know. They want to tell us the truth, not what we want to hear. I know. I get it all the time. So, but much love to you and hang in there. The journey that they're inviting you into is an amazing one. All right, Yanni Nepal, you're up next. Hello, I am doing very well. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. So, will there be any communication between Kunal and yourself? Actually, let me reshuffle these real quick. And take a sip of coffee. All right. So let's take a look here. Will there be any communication? So with the swords are, communication. It's the communication, thoughts, beliefs, mindsets type of energy. And the five of swords does show conflicting communication. Five of wands too. What it feels like conflicting energy and conflicting communication in the beginning. So I feel like there's going to be communication, but it's going to feel heated. It's going to feel conflicting in the beginning. It does. Five is the number of transformation and change. So there is some stuff that um, transforms and changes with it. So just try to be patient in the beginning with this communication that comes back up because there is this rattling. It's like the little volcano starts to explode, but it eventually calms down because you have the Six of Wands, which represents like victory, and you have the Ten of Pentacles. It feels whole and complete. So the transformation that may start off conflicting does smooth out and does seem more positive and more fulfilling than when it first starts off. So try not to become defensive. Try not to become um, go into fight or flight mode, argumentative. Try not to go into fear because when we go into fear, we become a hissing cat. And if there's two people that are in fear, then you just have a lot of hissing that's going on in the communication. So try to stay calm, breathe deep, allow whatever communication that happens. If it feels explosive in the beginning, just try to stay calm because it will calm down. But I feel like in the beginning there is conflict in the communication. So that is what they have for you, Ani. I know. We're like, what is this about? But just allow things. It is. It is like any. It depends on what someone's going through in the moment. They could be in fear, entering into the conversation. So trying to be as calm as you can within communication with anyone is always for our best, but definitely encouraged for this. So that is what they have for you. Many, many blessings to you. All right, Eliza, you are up. Hello. And you'd like an energy check, please. Know how R feels about you and if there's any actions towards you this February. All right, well, let's see if anything changes from you kind of asked a question similar to that last night, and let's see what your spirit has for you to say. Okay. So you have the Strength card coming in and the Devil card. What a combination, I know. What Spirit is wanting you to know right now? they are showing you, this is you and this is them, and they really have you in this kind of bubble because they are wanting you to see in your life what of your own thoughts, your own beliefs, your own mindsets around your self love, what you're worthy of. This strength card is really turning you inward and upward. I feel like there's a strong message here, and I want to say this in a very loving way for you because this is the addiction card, the obsession card as well. And spirit is really wanting you to hear very clearly and lovingly that it's important for you to step away from how much energy you're investing towards this connection because going about it with the same thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you have around relationship and around yourself and your own worth, it is just going to be constricting and small and keep you in this small cage, keep you in this position. And they want you to step more into this inner strength that you have. Because this tells you that this is your human self. This is the lion named Eliza who's walking upon this earth. This is your higher self, this powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being self that you are. And your lion self is hungry, it's thirsty, it's looking for its wholeness and its completeness in the outside world, specifically so much into how R feels about you, about this relationship that you're so hungry for, but it's not going to fill you up. It's going to be like American Chinese food. If you have it in your current situation, your current state, it's you're going to be hungry an hour later. It's not going to be satisfying because when we look outside of ourselves for our definition, our worth in relationships, in situations like job and education and things, our bodies, our possessions and everything, it does not fill us up. We only get this lion becomes hungry, angry, and it roars in this forest because it's so hungry and so thirsty because what it gets in the outside world does not make it feel whole and complete. It's our higher self that comes down when we're in this desperation and this, place of nothing is filling us up. And it doesn't come down to put the lion out of its misery or cage it to keep people safe from it or try to manipulate it and change it because it knows what you are hungering for is the unconditional love from up above. And the outside stuff is not going to fulfill you. And it's very convenient. Your higher self is a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. And that's what you're hungering for. And so, this relationship, as you turn inward and upward and you find this within your own heart, that's what changes your life. That's what changes you from a roaring, obsessed, um, almost desperate lion, so hungry, so thirsty, this roaring lion, it transforms it into a purring little lion cub sitting in the lap of your higher self, feeling whole, feeling complete for the first time in your life and feeling this connection. And then with this connection you have to your higher self, you walk hand in paw throughout life, experiencing it in a completely different way. So they want you to know this. Because it's to this point of it's so much energy you're investing out there that they're wanting you to turn inward and upward for this connection. And it does change how you see the outside world. It would change your interactions with R in the future, if it's still something that you desire for the future after you do this inner connection. But it may be that you see yourself in a completely different way that you feel like something isn't for you anymore. Or if you still feel it does, you're going to look at it completely differently instead of something that is so that you need in order to feel full and whole and complete in your life. Your interactions with R become above and beyond extra, not your sustenance, but just a bonus. So I really like that for you, Lisa, because there is this energy, this love that they want you to experience, something that you can't find in the outside world. So that is what they have for you, um, Elisa. So many blessings to you. All right. So Himakshi, you are up next. Should you move on from Rocky or not? See the right person for you. Let's take a look here. Is it in your highest experience to move on from Rocky? Yeah, when I mentioned it that way, you have the 9 of Pentacles. I'm sorry, the 9 of Cups and the Judgment card here, which the 9 of Cups is about fulfillment. Should you move on from Rocky? Yeah, there's a greater love that's beyond them. You have the Judgment card too, which is your higher self calling your human self to another place, to this higher love, which is actually this love that comes in that gives you your wish fulfillment here. But yeah, I feel like with this coming in here, there is this uh, other love in your life that moving on from Rocky is what these cards are saying. That there is something, a higher love, a more higher vibrational love um, that is in your future for you. You have the 6 of Pentacles too, which tells you something that you can look at that will help you in your future relationships and interactions is this kind of drive within you to overgive in relationships. It kind of speaks to, it's my codependency awareness card, which and recovering enabler in codependency relationships. It tells you that there is this drive, this rate of exchange of love that you have in your subconscious that was formed when you were younger, in your earlier years, like 7 years and younger, where you had to do extreme things to get love and attention. So when we were younger, as the children, because we had to do so much to get so little, this rate of exchange was formed. So I have to give 100 of something to get one back, 100 love credits to get one credit of love from them. And so that rate of exchange then sank into our unconscious and our subconscious, and it's been running in there. So whether it's school, work, relationship, whatever it may be, you might see this reflective where you feel you have to overgive so much to receive so little. And so if you look at that, where does that come from, and bring it from your subconscious into your conscious and go, oh, it was my parents, my grandparents, siblings, friends, whatever it may be, coaches, teachers, whatever it was, you realize, oh, that's where this formed. And now I can adjust that to be 1 to 1 instead of 1 to 100. So that is what they have for you right now. But I feel like the Rocky isn't the one that's going to bring this energy for you. I feel like you're going into this reflection around those old ways of energy and love exchange. Doing a lot of your higher self is calling you inward and upward for this reflection, for this fulfillment of love that then fills you up and overflows out. So a big part of finding your love from within you during this time, which eventually rolls out into the outside world, but I don't feel it is with Rocky. So that's what they have for you, Himakshi. So many blessings for you. Hang in there. All right, we'll continue moving down the free list here, and we are to Cambanese. Why has Aries been more open and investing more energy in communicating with you recently? Before she was really closed off and ghosted you. Oh, okay. Well, let's take a look here. Let's see what's going on here with this Aries. Let's almost lose all the cards on the floor. All right, let's take a look here. Wow. So we do have here the Empress card, which is like this new beginning, this new start, this new expansion in their lives. And we can see here she has the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. So I feel like they ghosted you because they were going through this change. The Queen of Swords, of course, both of these are about thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, attitudes, expectations. And I feel like they did a big reevaluation of their thoughts and their beliefs and their mindsets around things. I feel like they challenged and had this rebirth of letting a lot of old stories and opinions of the past about what a relationship is supposed to be, who someone's supposed to be, blah, 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 blah. And they were going through this huge introspection around all of that, that's why they kind of went into this heart and mind surgery. So they just kind of stepped away from everything to do that, and now they are kind of hatched out of that period of time, and now they are seeing what they really want, what they want, not what they thought they were supposed to and should and need to and have to want. So I feel like they that's what happened, and what's going on with them right now is they're more free to express what they feel and what they want rather than what they feel they were supposed to want, and kind of freed themselves from a big cage on that. So, and of course, Swords is all about communication. So they've really worked out how they want to communicate and what they want to communicate. So I like it for you, Cabanese. Enjoy the journey. I feel like it's the ghosting was for their safety and for them to feel safe as they look through things. So that's what they have. Many, many blessings to you. All right, we'll continue moving down the list. I know we're getting close to the end of the 2 hours, so I'm trying to move through these as fast as I can. I definitely won't be able to get to the very bottom. I seldom do, but I'll talk about more options here in just a moment. So we'll continue here. So, Marie, you want to know, can you have a money reading for 2023? You sure can. So, what else around finances, please? Nope. All right, there it is. Well, I do like this balancing that's coming in here. You have this emotional balance of the Four of Cups. And the Five of Cups, there's this change of energy, this change of direction for you as far as the emotional energy you're putting forward towards money. The Five of Cups is about, yeah, you are able here to mourn and look at the loss, the spilt milk, the things that as far as finances and abundance in your life, we come here to experience this, and so we don't have to run away from it or suppress it. We allow ourselves to flow through those emotions, knowing that we get to choose in each moment what we feel around anything. So there's this emotional empowerment that's coming in regarding money um, for 2023. I almost feel like it was this month, but a big piece of it is starting this month that just unfolds throughout the year because you have the Knight of Wands. Wands is your drive, your ambition, your passion, your inspiration. And the Knight's all quest. This is your quest this year of stepping into your power. And specifically, this will help you with your finances and money, but it can impact all areas of your life because um, feeling the emotion, understanding that feeling these emotions of lack and um, fearing not having enough, we come here to experience that, but also the knowledge that whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. So if we focus on what we feel is missing in our life or what we fear will leave our life or come into our life or what's in our life that we don't want, when we focus in on that, that grows, that expands. So if I feel I don't have enough money, what the universe hears is, I enjoy feeling like I don't have enough money. Oh, give them more of I don't have enough money, So there's like this, growth and growth and growth of that. But if we focus in on gratitude, What am I grateful for? What do I do want to have in my life? Focusing on an unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter and like all that gratitude, that's what grows and expands. So how we are using our energy is what impacts, money. Where do I feel I'm lacking? If I'm focusing on lack, lack grows. If I focus on abundance and gratitude, then that grows and expands. So I feel like this year is a big eye opener of what abundance means. How much money do I think I need? Um, am I grateful for what I do have in this moment? And using that energy. So I like that for you, Marie. Very empowering because it impacts every area of your life, but definitely impacts the uh, the money portion of 2023. So that's what they have for you, Marie. Many, many blessings for you. All right, Daisy, you are up. What does Spirit want you to know for the week ahead? And you passed your exam, 88.33. Look at those. Yeah, definitely look up angel number 88 and angel number 33 and angel number 8833. I feel like there's additional messages there for you. That's very significant. And congratulations. So you did do well, did good on the test. Passing it is awesome, right? Did you want an A? Do you feel like, are you disappointed that you didn't get the 1.67 more to make it an A? Daisy, be gentle with yourself. So the upcoming week is a very, wow, powerful week for you about your energy. I mean, look at this. You got the Magician, which is very much has the magic wand, bringing such power through you and into this world through a lightning bolt. And you have the Prince of Wands, the Page of Wands, which also has the magic wand. So a lot of drive, ambition, passion, inspiration, energy for you this upcoming week. Realizing that whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. That's the power of these wands. Like I was just talking about with Marie, when whatever you invest your energy in is what grows exponentially. So if you focus on fears, what you have in your life you don't want or what you feel is missing, but focusing on gratitude, what you do want in your life, having that positive energy is what expands that. Neither's right, neither's wrong. They're just different, right? The fear restricts, makes you feel imprisoned and small and get to feel all those fear emotions. Or we can feel like we're expanding and growing and bright and full of all that unconditional love energy and all the emotions related to it. So that's what they have for you the week ahead is the power of where you're focusing your energy. And it just is all dependent upon that. So I really like that. Hogwarts, the Cash App, if you look at the pinned comment above, there is a link to that. So if you want to check that out or in the description box of the video, it's also listed there. All right. So, Bree, you are up next for the next free reading, and you want to know what's coming forward in love, and will Raj reach out? Let's take a look here. Some clarity on that one there, please. Sorry, I'm just getting clarity on one thing here. I'm like, it feels like it can go either way. What's that about? All right. So, what's coming forward for you in love here? You have the 10 of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment and overflowingness. And with the King of Pentacles, this has to do, the King of Pentacles has a great amount of wisdom and worth around worth, with that Ace of Pentacles. They really understand where you find your true worth in relation to the outside world, and that you do find it from within, because they realized when they look to the outside world for their wholeness and their completeness, it can be lacking. It can feel unstable because people change, people walk away, people pass away. But this 10 of cups does tell you that you do have in your future this fulfillment, this feeling of overflowing, this feeling of abundance in your life. So this is will be coming forward for you in love, but I don't feel it's like super, super like tomorrow type of energy. When you ask, will Raj reach out? We have the Nine of Wands here, and I feel like with the Nine of Wands, there's this energetic block that's happening between you and Raj. The Knight of Swords here is this quest, this pursuit of communication with them, but there's like this energetic block that's just like in front of here. There's something that's purposely keeping you guys separated and from them communicating, but it's happening for you because I feel like, especially with this King of Pentacles, is really standing out. The journey right now for you, Bree, is to turn inward and upward because the big piece of wisdom the King of Pentacles brings in is actually from the Four of Pentacles card, which is when you define your worth by the outside world, whether it's relationship or situations or things, our body, our bank account, things like that, the outside world, we feel unstable because all those things are unstable. Like we said, people change, they pass away, they walk away, situations never stay the same, things break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen. So we realize the King of Pentacles realizes that when he was defining himself by the outside world, that he felt unstable because all those things were unstable. So eventually he grew bored of that, of experiencing no matter where he looked and what he did, it was unstable. And he turned inward and upward to find that which is stable, the eternal, unconditional love of source, of creator, of mother and father of all things. Whatever you believe that higher power is, that is what, is coming in there. So that is their, their direction for you here. I feel like Raj is being kept at a distance for each of you for your inner journey, because that's where you find the 10 of Cups, is this fulfillment of this love you've been searching for all along. You find it within your own heart from up above, and it transforms how you see love in the outside world. And so they're nudging you to this inward and upward journey for love right now. So that is what they have for you, Brie. I know it's not what we want to hear, but what is for our highest experience is what spirit brings through. So right now, that's what they have, and many blessings. Hang in there. Much love to you. All right. So we will continue moving down the list here. And let me take a look. So we do have a donation. So we will go to Crow's Nest next. And I think here, let me just double check. Oh, see if my phone will work here. Okay, I don't see anything coming through on the Cash App yet. So Hogwarts, if you do make a donation through the Cash App, just let me know and I'll double check, because I know that those emails take forever to come through on the Cash App. So I'll just double check it if you let me know that. So Crow's Nest, you are up. You want to know Brandon's next actions towards you in love. Will he meet you in person today? All right. Let's take a look here. So wait. Whoops. Okay. Well, I like this for you. So Brandon's next actions towards you in love, you have the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. So I feel like they are feeling like this is where they want to head with you regarding that. Asking, will he meet you in person today? We got two cards here. The first is the Eight of Cups, leaving behind emotions that no longer serve, which what's happening is this, they're leaving behind these emotions and they're moving up into the wish fulfillment. And the Emperor card, taking command, taking charge, moving forward with that. So I feel like that is a yes, they'll meet you in person today, as well as then these two cards popped out, the Lovers card and the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is passion, drive, action, action, movement, movement, and towards love, towards this. So, I mean, with these cards, I mean, because the Emperor is like Aries, fire energy towards, sorry, moving towards that, leaving behind old emotions, old things that are keeping them that no longer serve them, that were keeping them restricted. They're moving towards that Nine of Cups. So I like this for you, Crow's Nest. I mean, I feel like they are ready to make the leap, ready to make um, admissions of emotions and move forward with all of this energy that's coming in here. So very much a very solid um, uh, messages for sure. Let me see if there's anything else here for you. Yeah. So I feel like the Nine of Pentacles, this waiting period has been like for both of you to kind of stand on your own about your own worth and where you're coming from. I feel like you've been having this wonderful letting go of these expectations. This is, the heartbreak, the expectations equal disappointment. I feel like you both have been really freeing yourself from that my worth and happiness and everything is dependent upon anyone else. It's like I feel like you guys have dropped those to where you feel independent, where it's not like I need you, but I want you. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not desperate, like my life is gonna be ruined without you in it. And it's like, you know what? My life is fine and I will be fine with or without you, but I kind of would like you with me. I want you with me. I don't need you with me. And so there's this freedom I feel like you both have been working on. And it comes into this beautiful place where you appreciate one another rather than look at where someone's not um, matching up, or where they're falling short, instead of celebrating who each other are. So I like this energy that you both have been working on and going through, and that's why there's been a delay. It happened so you guys could be in this different spot where it's free flowing instead of like exhausting, because you have to invest so much energy just to get up to ground zero and expectations. So I like this for you, Crow's Nest. Yeah, let me know if you guys meet in person and what happens, if you want to. I'm nosy, but I love hearing the beautiful stories that unfold. So yeah, and again, Ten of Swords, which is letting go of all the supposed to, the should, the need to, the have to, and the musts, which brings in freedom, from that. Because usually it's someone like laying down on a beach with 10 swords stuck in their back, which they're not dead, they're exhausted trying to live up to all those expectations. But this is that ending and that new beginning, this freedom. So I like it. Yeah, very good. So thank you again so much for your donations, Crow's Nest. That is what they have for you. So many, many blessings. All right. Yeah, Kate G, you guys were quite still a few more away. I haven't reached my end of my 2 hours. I will do one more free reading, which will be LA is the next free reading that was up. Everyone else, again, thank you so much for all the thumbs up that you have on the video. Stick with me a moment. I'll tell you some other options we have for readings. But thank you all for the thumbs up. It's something you can do that's free, that the YouTube algorithm absolutely loves, and it takes those and it allows it to share my videos with other people, as well as recommended videos, and share them. So thank you so much for being part of the tsunami of love that flows out. I will be back at in less than 6 hours for my evening session. You still have time. I'm going to complete LA's free reading, Anyone else that I didn't get to with free readings, I wish I could get through every single one of you because I love your thirst and hunger for messages from spirit. But balance is a huge message that I have to focus on so that I don't wear myself out. But I will be back. If you need an answer right away, please jump over to my Brothers and Mystic Tarot page by clicking on the my name there, and it'll show you the playlist. I have a ton of pick cards, so a ton of free content with pick a cards, weekly energy updates, monthly readings for each zodiac sign, and several other types. So just follow your heart, and spirit will guide you to the video or videos with messages for you there. I also put out every 2 weeks, I have a drawing for, giveaways. Let me just find it here. There it is. Um, and let me post that down below here. And this is the video on how you can sign up for that. The next one will be a week from tomorrow. And I have a drawing for at least a 30-minute person recorded reading. If I have enough comments, I'll even throw in a 45-minute and even an hour, depending on how many comments are on the video. So if you check out that video, if you're interested, that's what you can also do. I also offer personal readings. You can book one with me. The link is down in the description box of the video down below. I've recorded and live ones and different prices that I feel are reasonable. So you can check that out as well. So of course, I'm here every evening, Wednesday through Sunday at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, offering the free readings, and then also Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain. So a lot of opportunities for free readings, and I so appreciate it. So you still have time to make a donation if you want me to complete your reading in this session, as I complete LA's free reading. If you donate, then I will complete it in this session as well to honor that energy exchange. So I totally understand you're not always able to make donations. That's why I put out a ton of free content as well. And so thank you guys again so much for all the thumbs up. All right, LA, so you'll be the last free reading, and then I'll check to see if I have any donations. And if I don't, then we'll end this morning session. So LA, you want to know what has Arash and Hamid been saying about you lately? Uh-oh. Let's take a look here. Let's see, what have they been saying? Well, I mean, these look very positive here. Excuse me, we have the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles, they all quest, all the knights quest after something. This knight quests after the Ace of Pentacles, which is about, this search for our awareness of our worth in relationship to the outside world. It also is the pursuit of things in the outside world, money and abundance and those types of things. And I feel like what they've been saying about you has to do with this search for worth. And I feel like this is a positive thing because they've got the Wheel of Fortune here too. I almost feel like maybe things come into your life. I don't want to say easily, but it appears like they come into your life easily. Like things just roll in. You pursue something and boom, you get it. And they're like, wow, why are they so lucky? Why do they have these things that it just feels like so much abundance, whatever abundance can mean, money or love or, opportunities, whatever it may be. In their viewpoint, they just feel like you have this abundance of stuff that comes in. And you have the World card too, which is like victory and abundance and all that. And I mean, all these circles, I just feel like it's like they feel like your life is just full, and you have, it's almost like they feel like you were handed things easily in your life. Now, that you work hard for everything that comes into your life. that you usually don't have things that just are handed on a silver platter. You worked hard to obtain the silver, melt down the silver, put it into the platter, and you're doing all this stuff, and all they see is the result. They don't see all the effort that you put in. So I almost feel like they kind of feel like, wow, you just are, your life is just full and it just flows in. But you know, the big thing when we look at what are people saying about us and what do people see, one of the big, huge things, the ahas in life, is to realize we're a mirror. And when a monkey looks in the mirror, they see a monkey. When a lion looks in the mirror, they see a lion. So whoever is looking at us in the moment, they're going to see themselves reflected back. So, a lot of when we're looking at investing our energy in what people are saying or thinking or feeling about us, has little to do with us and more to do about how they are thinking about themselves and feeling about themselves. So just keep all that with a grain of salt as you hear those messages, because it tells you a lot about, when people look at someone and go, I can't believe how judgmental so and so is. They just always judging people and da 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 da. And you're like, do you see how judgmental you're being? It's like when we see that, but that's what they have for you, LA. So many, many blessings to you. All right. So let me just double check here. Oh, that they want to rip your head off. Yeah, you never know. They have that, they don't have a anger as much as jealousy, probably, right? So that's what they have. A cash app tag. No, I don't. That link is what the Square Cash App gave me there. So yeah, I'll have to look into that. Let me write that down to investigate to make it easier. Forgive this old man who's not aware of a lot of the lingo and stuff these days. So I will try to find that for you, Hogwarts. So I'm not sure the difficulty that's coming in there. Apologies for that. Let me see if anything has come through here. While you have me, yeah. I know other people in the last couple of days have been able to use that the Cash App there. So I think when you click on it, it offers how you pay, and then you just select Cash App is uh, how I thought I saw it being used, but that's what they have, Hogwarts. So did you want to try to do that, or do you want to wait and have me investigate that for later? Again, thank you guys, everyone else, so much for all the love and all the support. I have enjoyed doing this for so many months. I think I started this back October, November, doing live readings, and I never even anticipated back then the joy and the love that I would feel, the energy connecting to all your spirit guides, this beautiful community that is created too, with all the love and support you give one another. And I do feel like we have a soul family here. So thank you for being a part of it. I really, really appreciate it. And all your patience. I know I wish I could get through to everyone, all the free readings. I started to do lightning rounds even during the day, but that's when I got the flu, and Spirit goes, what are you doing? You're wearing yourself out. Calm down. So I've been trying to stay balanced with it all, uh, so that I can be here. But so that is what we have in Hogwarts. I don't see anything coming through here. Um, hopefully we'll get that figured out, and I'll try to see if we can, um, what this Cash App tag is about. I'll do some research. So thank you guys for all your patience. I'm going to go ahead and close out this session since I haven't heard back from Hogwarts here. Um, many, many blessings. And please know as you guys go throughout each and every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So have an amazing day, an amazing night, wherever you guys are out in the world. And we'll see you soon. I'll be back, like I said, in less than 6 hours for my evening session. So until then, have a great rest of your day, great rest of your night, wherever you're out in the world. And many blessings to you. Until then, much love, and you guys take care. All right. Thank you, Hogwarts. We'll see you soon. Thanks for your patience.